So yeah, welcome everybody to Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy. We are currently finished getting the third egg key, and we're onward to the desert today. We need the keys to unlock the Azran secret, aka the secret of a very, very ancient civilization that were better equipped with technology and stuff than we were, way more advanced. So yeah, we're working on getting that key and seeing how the desert looks. And again, I don't know if I'm gonna do the full stream today, since I do have a headache. It's not a migraine yet, it's like still my temples, but I don't want to provoke anything. So yeah, yesterday we were in the jungle, or a mushroom jungle, and yeah, there was like the chief. They tried to cheer him up with like a over a week-long event of like trying to bring him to love, and you know, they did all sorts of performances. Also, thank you, Nicholas. I will have fun, definitely, knowing this game. But yeah, basically all that was amiss was this guy was getting more trouble seeing things, so he couldn't really see the performances, which at least the rest of the village folks could see them and enjoy them, but still, he couldn't, so he got grumpy. We made glasses for him, after we figured that out, and in the end he handed the egg over that he had around his neck, aka the key we need. So yeah, basically we did that yesterday, and now we're on the Bostonius again, our airship. First of all, I bet we have another Bostonius riddle. Oh, maybe not. Joy of discovering the joy of discovery one finds through archaeological pursuit is just as prominent, if not more so, in aviation. Okay, well, I guess there's no more of those riddles. We're definitely missing some riddles in the village and things like that. The problem is that this was still within a chapter, like all of these miniature things, even though they're saving in between, are in a chapter, which means we don't get any new or any of the riddles uncovered. The map in the Azran Dome is accurate, then there should be an egg somewhere in the vicinity. The land is arid, yet the ore paints the landscape a beautiful hue. The nearby town is surrounded on all sides by rocky mountains. Locating the egg may prove difficult. I agree, I can only sense a faint resonance of the Azran. Then it seems we have a long journey ahead of us. Let's begin by talking to the locals. Yes, let's talk to the locals. Interesting, there's like all these like mining paths, railway paths. Looks like it. Let's explore the city or the town. Okay, Wild West style. Nice. So they do have train stuff, which I don't see any train tracks here, so it's kind of weird to have a water tower there, but hey. It's so dusty out here. According to Professor Sycamore, this is the town of Toredo. Toredo? I've not heard of it before. I don't think I see anything that looks like Azran ruins around here. The people of Toredo are sure to be more familiar with the area than we are. Never hurts to ask around. Well then, time to get down to business. That is, as soon as we find someone. It's unusually quiet for a town at this time of day. Look, there's someone now! So, so far we have found multiple of the egg already in possession of people. We set the lorry down. I'm sure nobody will have to push that up again. But yeah, basically, so one was still in the ruins. That was the one on the windswept hills things, where we solved the problem with the ruins and they gave us the egg. The one on the mystery item cactus. Nice. . Yeah, that's pretty much it. The ones in the vacation island was discovered already, and the one, you know, we got yesterday from the tribe also was. So, I'm curious if this one is or has been discovered, or if we need to repair something in ruins. Also, one thing I'm noticing is that something is a bit wrong here, because the... okay, hold on, let me fix that. I can see that the chat box shouldn't be... First of all, it's large for some reason. It's way larger than it should be. Which, you know, is a problem in and of itself. And second of all, shouldn't overlap that technically. So let me just transform, edit transform, crop top. Nice, I love that it does that. That's okay, I was just wondering. Haven't had that on the last 2 days. No, I had it on. I had it on, it just did some weird stuff. I did absolutely have that on. But, yeah, it didn't work properly at all. Like, when I tested it, it kind of worked, but as soon as I started streaming, it didn't. That's my problem that I have had, if that makes sense. So yeah, it was on, it was just totally broken. But hey, it's fine. And then copy this one over to the other source, because now I need to do that. I need to have this chat box. This is the wrong one. I need this one, which for some reason is way to the left. To the right. Ah, I know what happened. It was on, but every time, even though I fixed it, every time I used it, it moved to the other side. Okay. Cause like this source was fully in the frame and here. But the other one, when I switched screens, this one was fully underneath, hold on, underneath here. So it was on, but it wasn't showing since I mostly had the other source on, if that makes sense. Which is a bit annoying, but hey. Oh no, I just realized something very annoying. Oh no, this is gonna make everything so annoying. So basically... this sucks. Basically, I may have to get a stream deck anyways, which... So, the toolbox works in the specific program, but as soon as you're clicking out of the program and in another program, it registers that other program, which obviously, you know, is bad. I need to see if there's like a way in Windows to change that, because I really don't want to spend $60 right now on that, but yeah. Something, they don't take kindly to strangers here in the city. Wow, you talk just like they do in cowboy films. Howdy there, partner. Fine day for rusting some cattle, ain't it? Yeehaw! Don't think you heard me straight, boy. You hightail it out of here and then you come back, you hear? Can't say it has been the warmest of welcomes. Is there a particular reason for your hostility, sir? Sure is, you folks. You see, you shouldn't be here. And unless you're a tough nut like me, you ain't gonna last 10 seconds in this town. Everyone run for your life, it's all red. All red? Yikes, somebody call the sheriff! He didn't take much for that tough nut to crack. Seems unwise to linger here. Let's follow the man. Okay, let's go to the inner city. So all red, huh? Whoever's that. Hmm? That all red? That looks very much so like old red.
That must be old red.
Yeah. And he has the egg. Of course. Okay, so it has been discovered. Well, that's great. That means we don't have to find Azran ruins. Very annoying in another way, though. Looks very fluffy, but also looks very out of its scent. Did you see that? It's the egg! We found it at last, Rook. Boss was right and get in position. Don't let it get away! Bishop, you wally, get back here. Ah. Professor, it's Sergeant! I knew that they had to show up at some point. Yes, it's very worrying. Even more worrying is the fact that the egg appears to be hanging around that wolf's neck. Well, at least now we know why the streets are virtually deserted. Those men ran straight after the wolf. Come on, Professor, we have to hurry. Luke, stick home. We've already lost sight of them. Besides, it would be ill-advised to give chase without first finding our barracks. Right, we should ask around first. Do you think that man will be more willing to help now his overblown ego has popped? The residents of the desert town of Toledo live in fear of a mighty wolf they call Old Red. Every time the beast makes its way into town, the people flee. But why does Old Red need to come to Toledo in the first place? Old Red is certainly a fearsome sight to behold, and yet he left as quickly as he arrived, without harming anyone or destroying anything. But yeah, I really need to find out the way to have OBS active so it works. Is there hold on. Is there a setting in the toolbox menu? Maybe there's a thing you can toggle on and off. There's a general HUD settings. Let's see if that works. No. Makes sense though. So my problem I'm having is, and I'm trying to figure that out, if I'm in the program and I click my keys, nothing happens. I need to click into OBS, and then it will have the OBS presets. But I wanted to react while I'm in the game. So, obviously, I want to figure out if there's a way to do that. Which doesn't seem that way, so it needs to be a different thing I can do. Very annoying. Oh well, we shall see. At least I don't have to toggle them anymore, I just have to click on OBS, but I wanted to make this easier for adults. Hey, look, a hidden puzzle! Puzzle 64. Thick as thieves. This trio of criminal brothers have committed so many crimes together that even their breathing has become synchronized. One of their favorite robbery techniques involves two of the brothers dropping stolen goods down from above while the third brother handles the cart. In order to keep the cart balanced, however, the weight must be distributed evenly in a square shape. Can you get the brother to get away with another big haul? Use the stylus to slide the robber's card left and right. Touch the icon on the right side of the touchscreen to drop an item from above. All items rotate 180 degrees as they fall. The top bubble on the top screen shows the other that robbers will throw the stolen goods. Move the card. Okay. Let's start out here. This is kind of fun. But yeah, it doesn't require screen toggling, I guess. The fourth thing is always gonna be upright, so let's do this. And then this is gonna turn around. No, let's do this. It does go from there to there. There we go. That makes more sense. Hello there, veteran. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. There we go. I thought it went from right to left for some reason. My brain didn't handle. That's okay. This was kind of fun. This was like reverse Tetris.
I've got a good feeling about this one.
Yeah, of course I made it. So let me eat some of my now thought up fruit, because it smells very good. Perfect heist. The brothers have done it again. That one was definitely worth the effort. The theft or the riddle? Another mystery item, yay. Let's talk to the man again. The varmint's gone? Well, gee, that's a relief. Hello again. You folks again, look, I ain't no yellow belly, just skedaddle already. You came the wrong place at the wrong time. One moment, if I may. It's fair to say the wolf we saw earlier is the cause of Doritos' troubles, is it not? Yeah, what you chose us know was Old Red. About 3 weeks ago, he started coming down from yonder mountains. Could you tell us which mountains exactly? Not a chance, missy. Go up there and gobble you up faster than you can shake a rattlesnake. But if you're still fixing for an early grave, go see the sheriff about it. He'll be in the saloon. Okay. That's a large leg of deer. Despite the panic outside, this room exudes goodwill and cheer. Why is that? The people here seem to be celebrating the fact that they survived the encounter with Old Red rather than dwelling on their fear. The man outside said the sheriff would be in here, but I don't see anyone who looks like a sheriff, do you? I think that guy is the sheriff. Yeah. Cured ham, huh? Mystery item toaster. Ah, these mystery items are gonna be fun. Yeah, that's a foot long. Hot dog. In coin. Just be sure that not the embers get onto your fine suit, Professor, cause that's gonna cause odds. Bonk. Just casually eaten that whole thing. That's a bit more than a foot, yeah, likely. But hey, you know. Maybe a 2 foot. Not I don't know. You know, feet are not my usual measurement of things. Let's say it's a meter long. Oh, about that. That makes more sense to me. And see you around these parts, the lady. Where you hail from? Me? I'm from the Azran. Oh, Azran, yep. I think my cousin Doc took a trip there last summer. Fine place. Say, you game for game old cards out deal? Just a little bit drunk. Cards on the table. Now see here, little missy. There's the game. Don't worry, it's simple enough, even if you ain't never played it before. Look at hands 1, 2, and 3. Each time I've lined up the same 4 cards, some of them face up, some face down. On the touchscreen you see if I've lined up 4 cards once again. If you turn over one of these cards and produce a diamond, you'll win. Well, little lady, which card you gonna flip? The same 4 cards, okay. So, 3 definitely had the diamond here. So, 1. 2, 3, 4. This one? I don't know if that logic works or not. Stupid, but nope, didn't work.
No? Then how does it work?
Oh. Well, if you say it like that, let's turn around this card then.
Here is my answer.
If the hint says don't assume that every card has a backside like green, which by the way, not a standardized card set, so definitely not a fair game, but hey. Yeehaw! The club is the card you need to turn over. Once you realize that one of all Daringer's cards is double-sided, this puzzle becomes a lot easier. Yeah, no, that is total, like, my brain couldn't handle that. That's fine. No, that's how you play cards. Daringer, oh, you got a lot to answer for, you chiseler. Sheriff, I was just a friend in a game. There's nothing untoward about it, I swear. Oh, I always thought you were slow, but cheating an innocent girl at a game of cards? Better make tracks pronto. See, he did cheat. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. Let Daringer man be a bit sly, and he may have a terrible sense of humor, but I guess deep down he ain't really bad egg. Anyhow, you folks must be from another country or some such. What brings you here to this deadbeat town? Deadbeat town. Whatever. We're looking for something. The wolf you call Red has the item we seek around its neck. You want to meet Red? With all due respect, you folks must be off your rocker. But if you're serious, listen, this ain't really the place. Folks in celebration, and I don't want to bring down the mood you hear. Let's talk somewhere quieter. Meet me by the dried up creek just north of here. Okay. To be fair, all of the like places they visit in their travels. This is a mean sign. But other places they visit in their travels seem to be very cool and interesting. I kind of want to visit like some of them too, you know, like Mushroom Village. Really cool. Mint coins, where are you? Oh well. Maybe the grass special here. Pardon me, go back there. I just didn't want to cause a fuss over the whole town, you know? You're afraid of the big wall? I ain't denying it. That old boy causes us a heap of trouble whenever he pays us a visit. I'm sure you ain't blind, but beyond the little oasis of calm, they ain't nothing but bad ones for the eye can see. Figured this old watering hole dried up, so he made Torito his new favorite spot, if you catch my drift. That makes sense. Animals do what's required to survive. Yep, no, and saying I don't feel for the poor fellow, but if he goes on like this, folks will not wanna live here no more. Besides, who's to say he won't try and make off with Derringer or like one day for his breakfast? We're well aware of the danger, Sheriff. Nevertheless, it's imperative that we find Old Red. Take it you would know where Stan is? Maybe actually that is a problem that the Azran machinery caused, like maybe the desert should have been like green with water streams, like they did in the jungle, because the jungle was also desert, so I figured maybe it's actually an Azran machine malfunctioning? No backing down, eh? Fine, but first you gotta help me with this here mystery. Let's see. 66, flying the coop. Farmer comes back to his chicken coop to find the door open and all his chickens gone. He tells the sheriff who works out either A, B, C or D is responsible, but they're all pointing fingers. Only one of these people is telling the truth. Okay, one is telling the truth, huh? A, it's B who's to blame. B said, C's the culprit, no doubt about it. So if A says the truth, then B is to blame. Then C would not be the culprit. It's either A or B, I'm not sure which. That means it wouldn't be either of them, so that doesn't work. So, B. C is the culprit, no doubt about it. That would mean B is in the greens, C is the culprit. It's either A or B, not sure which. He would be lying, so it's neither A nor B likely. And then D would be lying. Also A would be lying too, but yeah. D would be lying with it's B or C, which wouldn't be working either, because then none of them would be. So, C is lying. Then it's neither A nor B. I mean, C is telling the truth. Then it's either A or B. Then A would say B is to blame, which B isn't to blame. Which also, that technically works out because he doesn't know which one of them. Because then it would be A. So it's either A or B, not sure which. So it cannot be B, because A says it's B who's to blame and A is the liar. Which means A would be the culprit. B would lie about C being the culprit. And then D is it's B or C, one of the two. And since he's lying, it wouldn't be any of the two, so it would be A. So I would say A is to blame. Let's try that.
Intuition should serve me well.
There we go.
A satisfying puzzle indeed.
Man, these frozen mangoes are good. Usually I prefer fresh, but this time of year the mangoes here aren't that good. And I went through the trouble of like testing like all brands we have here or that I could find in the supermarket. I found one that's pretty consistent in like texture and things like that. It's actually very good. Like sweet, soft, not hard. I had it before where I got frozen mango from like 2 of the other brands and they had like pieces that were definitely not ripe yet. They were sour and tough. And since they're frozen, they will not ripen after the fact. They can get softer by the thawing process, but you know, will not really fix the sourness much. And yeah, it's kind of still bleh. Exactly. A's the one who's responsible for the chicken's disappearance. Didn't steal them though, he simply forgot to close the door. A's punishment will be to get the chickens back and clean the coop from top to bottom. So he's playing Link, huh? Also the chicken on the thing up there is very impressive. B&T have to help them too, that will teach them to lie. But yeah, look at this cute chicken, this is adorable. Thunderations, it was the feller. Guess I will sleep in Isa tonight. Now there's the deal, tell you what you wanna know. Some folk has seen Albert going into the old abandoned mine at night. My guess is that's where he sleeps. Now, I'm sure you got good intentions and all, but I want no more part on this. From here on, your lives are in no one's hands but your own. Please, for your own good, stay clear of the old boy. So, Old Red's den is somewhere in a mine, isn't it? Well, let's go and pay the old boy a visit. Leave it to me, I see if I can convince him to give us the egg. I have the feeling you won't really be able to in a natural way, because it kind of looks like the egg or something there is like influencing him, if that makes sense. Okay, really nothing there. Because like his eyes were a bit hollow, if that makes sense. That's an old minecart, nice. Should say an old lorry. So this is the mine where Old Red lives. We best be on our guard. Agreed. Look, it's very possible that he will have a bad temperament. He may not listen to you. To be more safe on the safe side, we should have a backup plan. Oh, no need for that. I'm sure I can sort this out. I'm pretty sure you will not be able to. There he is. Come on, I don't want to go there yet. Don't care for rusty minecarts, I care for hint coins. So... okay, now let's see what it. So he has water, that's not the problem. There must be any other thing that drives him then. This looks very pretty. Ah. Deer skull, huh? So he had a good meal. Let's talk to Old Red. That doesn't seem very nice. Also, yeah, his eyes look very... oh, he's baring his fangs. That might not be a good sign. No? Seems to be in pain. I wonder if it's hunger like the sheriff said. Hope not. Because if you just walk into his lair... I hope not, because we just walked into his lair. Mind you, if you wanted to eat us, I'm sure you have done it by now. Oh dear, I'm not sure that's very comforting. Anyway, gentleman never backs down from a challenge. I can do this. Old Red, please listen. We don't mean you any harm. We just want to know what's wrong so we can help. You are? So that's why? What did he say? The reason he keeps visiting Torito is because he wants to find the girl who once saved his life. He doesn't think he has very long left and he wants to thank the girl before it's too late. So he said... I'm not sure, he just says that he's in terrible pain. Can't find the girl himself because every time he goes into town the people just run away in fear. Maybe we could help him find the girl and he could give us a pendant. Rawr. He's not keen on that idea. It's really precious to him. It was a gift from the girl, and now he wants to give it back. But you can't need the hours done as much as we do. What should we do? Well, if it was in his position, I want to go the same thing, so I think we should help him. It says the girl's quite short, and the last time we saw her she was wearing a red scarf and plaited black hair. Come on, let's go back and find her. Okay. Oh, why do I have the feeling that that was ages ago? And that it's her or something? Sheriff Flynn didn't know better. I'd say you were scared of the old boy. Ma'am, if you don't mind me saying, the only one who's happy about the old rat coming to pay us a visit is you. May have good intentions, like you said, but all it like is one little accident, and he have one very angry mob hunting him down. Oh, don't make such like where's old rat ever said anything about eating folk? That's the darnest thing I've ever heard. Ah, lady, I reckon anyone who claims they can speak with the old boy is sure to be two rungs short of a ladder. Rungs short of ladder. Oh, that's rich. You ain't the sharpest tool in the shed for yourself, Flint. Besides, a wolf or two might even be good for Torito. Living up this dull work. Wow, that lady's really having a go at the sheriff. Indeed, perhaps you should inquire. Good evening, Sheriff. About the lady with whom you were arguing. Oh, that old girl. Well, we ain't all got pieces of crazy in us, but she's just got bigger pieces than most. Worried that one of these days she's gonna get herself into a whole lot of trouble. Heck, it's like this every time old Red pays us a visit. Some say he's the one calling the beast over. But old Red is just a gentle giant. How the bossy old woman isn't bullying him. Gentle giant? Have you ever got eyes in front of your head, boy? Ah, Luke here is, let's say, great lover of animals. He believes that deep down they all have gentle sides. That's sweet, but don't go sign with the old lady just cause it sounds nice. Reckon she's gonna for naught. This isn't getting us anywhere. Come, Professor, let's find the girl old Red has been looking for. Alright, I suppose we can always continue our inquiry later. She's likely not a girl anymore, huh? Daria, what brings you to this remote little town? Oh no, wait, your next big scoop, I presume? On the ball as always, Desmond. Can I get your opinion on something? I'm thinking of publishing this puzzle along with the next article. Let's see. Feathered apple. Depicted on the touchscreen are 8 coasters of various shapes and sizes, artfully arranged to form an apple. These 8 coasters can also be rearranged into the shape of an ostrich. Rearrange the coasters to create an ostrich that's exactly the same shape as the one on the top screen. Okay, that is so weird. Oh, you slide... Oh, I get it. Okay. That's that. And then we need to fill in this part, which I have the feeling that's gonna be... Okay, yeah, I see where the problem lies. We need to get this here and this up there. The only problem lies in this piece, so we can turn these. I'm using a lot of pots here, but that's okay. There we go, how about that?
Upon careful consideration... Logical thinking is essential in my line of work.
Yay, you've turned the apple into a perfect ostrich. Nice. Fab, that's just the sort of feedback I was looking for. Say, if you're back in London, drop by for a coffee. She's ignoring the rest of us. Why, I'd be delighted to. Let me just consult my extremely busy schedule. Okay, yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. Look who it is. Listen, I'm awfully sorry about earlier, just that I was relieved when all Red took the hills. Might have gone a little overboard with the celebrations. Let bygones be bygones, Mr. Derringer. We were wondering if perhaps you could help us with something. You know of a girl in Toledo with plaited hair and a red scarf. Plaited hair? Why, you must be in Scarlet. Better watch yourself, Bart. She looks a demure girl, but believe me, she ain't. Well, no, she's been down the saloon, tidying up the place. Oh gosh, well, this ain't good. Nah, this ain't good at all. Miss Scarlet, you require some assistance? Assistance for little old me? Why, thank you, sir. See, I've been hankering for a burger. But I don't forget the recipe. That's an interesting issue. Help Scallop make a tasty bread by jumping ingredients over one another to stack them up. Make sure to follow these rules. It can only move by leaping vertically, horizontally, or diagonally over other ingredients. An ingredient cannot jump over two or more at the same time. They're removed from the counter and put on the burger. You must finish with the ingredient in the middle of the grid and nowhere else. Okay, I see. Seems familiar. Seems like the Go board thing. Oops. That was loud, my ears ringing down. I'm sorry for that sound. That must have been awful. Thought so. We can do this and this. Yeah. The question is when I need to move the egg out of the middle, but like in the corner will not be of any use. That's the problem. Actually, no, it will. Never mind.
My intuition.
Okay, well,
served
that
me
was
well.
easier than I thought.
A satisfying puzzle indeed.
Tasty victory. That looks like one delicious burger. Hello there, Slash Knife. Never mind finishing that. Yeah. It's an interesting burger. Also, Brie bacon on the bottom. I mean, to be fair, that was the order I served it in, but like, it kind of works. Salad should be a sauce barrier. Oh my goodness, that's adorable! Aww. But yeah, salad just should be a sauce barrier or something so that the bottom one doesn't get soggy. So I would switch these three up, but hey. You'll have it to go. Sure. Would be lovely. Now that's a mighty mouth-watering burger right there. Good work. Also, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Wait, who are you folks anyway? Actually, scratch that. You want a different burger? To be fair, I'm not a fan of the huge watery tomatoes on my burger. Like, I like the crunch of salad, but that's already enough water. If it comes to tomatoes, I don't really need them on my burger. I'd rather have like something different sweet. You have it to roll, somebody cares to roll you home. I mean... Aw, you're so cute. You would have to have a lot of burst to form a roll that is rollable enough. Or you can get yourself like a hamster ball and then just work off the calories and that. And then you're rolling home by yourself. And yes, human hamster wheels do exist. They are a thing. But yeah, I have to say, I do like me some good caramelized onions on a burger. And like more of a sweet sour sauce. Man, I'm getting hungry here. I just had mango, come on. Shouldn't be getting hungry for a burger now. I'm Luke and this is Professor Layton. Indeed, now then, Luke here had a chat with Old Red and he said that he would very much like to see you. Hold on a minute, you're saying you spoke with Old Red? I knew it, ain't no one believed me, Grandma. But we knew Old Red was a kind soul. If they could see Old Red for who he really is, he'd finally start taking Grandma seriously. Can you tell the old boy something for me? Tell him to stop scaring the living daylights out of everyone and to read it. Ask him to try and make peace. I think that's something you should tell Old Red yourself. Come on, let's go and see him. Gosh, now you're talking. You okay with this, Mr. Layton, sir? Consider yourself one of us, Miss Scarlet. Now we had better go quickly if we wish to see Old Red before the sun sets. Okay, let's go and see Old Red. But yeah, I'm curious, what's your guys' favorite burger toppings? Do love me some good beef patty. Oh yeah, it was this way. I forgot to zoom in. Ah no, Tartron does here. Got you, you big stupid dog. Hand over the egg or you'll be sorry. Professor, what are they doing? This doesn't look good. Listen, you had your warning, now let's see how tough you are. Take this. Bishop, don't tell me... It's not loaded. What do we do? What do we do, Rook? Luckily, they're idiots. I would maybe run. You're standing in front of a big bad wolf. Run! Bishop, you ninny, wait! Well... It's a good job they aren't the most dynamic duo. Look how Red we brought the girl. Oh, don't worry, you pretty big head anymore. Oh, Red, I'm here now. So please stop scaring the townsfolk. You think you can do that for me? Wow. It's okay if you want to say something to her. Translate for you. What? What's wrong? He says you're not the one he's looking for. What? But how? And I was so sure he's taking the cotton to me. I'm sorry, it looks like we have to find someone else. He's looking the worse for wear. We better find the right girl before it's too late. Suppose we should go back to town and think about it. I think it's Granny he's searching for. And it has just been ages. Doesn't make sense. Scarlet seems to be the best fit of the description. What Red gave us. But Red said she didn't smell the same. Well, unless anyone here is actually a dog, I think you can rule out that method of investigation. I don't suppose we could just bring Old Red down here to sniff her out. Nah, ain't gonna work. The moment anybody clamps eyes on him, they hightail out of here. We should also consider the possibility that the girl's not from Torito. True, she could have merely been visiting like us. We could ask Grandma. There ain't never been a living soul pass through here without her knowing about it. That sounds promising. Frankly, we could do with any lead at the moment, no matter how small it may be. You're somewhat impartial to the a source of the patty, as long as it's imparts distinct and clean flavors. While you love eating meat, you actually want to order the plant-based burgers at Burger King. Each problem though, you love them with extra bacon, and you have to talk to human folk to order plant patties with bacon. Human folk tends to think you want to prank them. Yeah. Understandable. I have to say, I don't really go to Burger King or McDonald's. The only thing I get here at Burger King are the fries. And that's just because I know they're like real full potato fries here. So they're quite good. But else, I don't know. I don't prefer any of them. If it comes to like any good meat, I want the meat to have the flavor. Like, you know, like bio or something has more flavor because it's less water, because they don't have the antibiotics and things like that in their body or the hormones. So I found actually, even if it's more expensive, like if I want a good clean tasting meat for a burger, I'd rather buy like bio meat, and yeah, mostly beef, things like that. I do like me some good veggie patties though, especially if they're like something like beetroot based. The only thing I have problems with is I'm allergic to legumes, or to some of them, and chickpeas is especially one of them, and a lot of those have chickpeas in them, so yeah. I do not mind a veggie burger at all. Actually, you can just fry up thin beetroot slices in oil, and it's very delicious with like a little bit of seasoning. And like that on a burger actually also hits a spot. It doesn't have the like protein meat taste obviously, but it's actually like a quite nice little change of pace. I do like that. But yeah, when it comes to meat, since I cannot eat it that much, or at the moment not at all because my autoimmune disease, I am very picky. Like for example, I cannot eat chicken because it makes me feel worse. So you know, if I can only eat small amounts of beef, might as well go for the very good stuff. I do love me some good, like, ham. Like some very good smoked ham or something. Very yummy too. But yeah, for burgers, beef all the way. Do I also say I do love me not only beef patty, so minced stuff, I do also love me some good, like, beef steak, or like you know, any kind of like slab meat kind of thing on my burger. Even though it's a bit more chewing obviously, but I don't know, it's just very nice when the like buns soak up the juices. Very yummy. Was never one to actually care for chicken burgers anyways. I like they're fine, just not really my thing. Chicken nuggets is a different thing. Did love me some chicken nuggets, but you know, chicken burgers, not so. For you, it's knowing about the artificial flavoring. The beef patties, well, some is dairy beef, some seasoning, but pretty bland. Plant burger, they tried to hide its plainness by over seasoning it, including liquid smoke. I love liquid smoke. Actually, what's doing it for you? Burger King hasn't fulfilled the promise of flame grilled for decades. Yeah, definitely not. Whopper, 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 whopper. I mean, technically they do, but it doesn't taste like it, and the artificially added smoke flavor of the plant patty actually does that. Yeah, I love me some good smoke anyways. Like, some of my favorite, like, food in all regards are, like, things like smoked fish. Like, I love me some good smoked, salmon, and some good, smoked... What's it called in English? My brain isn't working. Eel. There we go. Eel. Because since I'm living at the coast, all the eel we have here is like very fresh and very nicely smoked, and it's so oily and so delicious, and the smoke just has this little bit of like a, I don't know, it like cuts through the oily sweetness very nicely to describe it, so yeah. Why did you tune back into this topic? Now you're hungry? Well, that's your choice. That being said, what is your preference on burger and burger patties? Well, great. Well, here's is this one right here. Kinda hard to miss, really. Perfect, then let's pay her a visit. Ooh, she has a fancy large spindle. That will be turning very fast. Well, that's funny. I wonder where she is. Out shopping, perhaps? No, not likely. Grandma hates going out. She almost never leaves. Oh, now I'm feeling rattled. Thought she might be taking a nap behind the big sewing doohickey, but there's no sign of her. Don't worry, Scarlet. There's no point in jumping to conclusions. Perhaps it would be best to wait here in case she happens to come back. That's a problem that can be solved. Yeah, just getting food, huh? You know, I wouldn't mind living in a cozy little cottage like this. Real meat between 1/4 pound, the 1/4 pound and a half pound is preferable. Okay, but what type of meat? Just look at these wonderful handcrafted furnishings. Original pieces like these add a real touch of character to the place. Oh, I see that the photo frame made one for Grandma. She was over the moon when I gave it to her. Very nice. Wait, that photo. Ground beef, ground sausage. Ah, I love me some good ground sausage. Like, if it's like sausage, since it's like seasoned off-road and it has been sitting there, like, so yummy. Mystery meat, of course. Everyone just, it's a bit of a surprise. To be fair, I wouldn't take any American mystery meat. European or German mystery meat? Okay. But American mystery meat? No thanks. Open to most meats as long as it isn't something expensive on your own dime. Okay, so as long as somebody treats you to it, anything is great. Sounds like a good plan. That isn't the right spinning tension at all, but hey, I guess for the animation. There we go, riddle! You'd have to be pretty tall to book books up there. Speaking of books, got a puzzle for you, look. To be fair, I don't have to pay it, and it's actually something I can eat. I always like to be treated. Depends, if it has Goldilocks and a red face cap, you get to meet yourself. Do you really want to eat that? Like, honest question, you really want to eat that? Cause I wouldn't wanna. Sounds kinda gross. Also, I don't know if that counts as mystery meat. Bibliofiling. Okay, this is the same thing as before. Okay, yeah. So let's try and figure this one out. It's gonna take a while. So we have 5 here, 5 here, 3 here. We have only so many we can put here. That fills all the 5s and the 3s. But now I cannot find anything here. For some reason I have the feeling something needs to go here. This one has just one. Mr. Meat reminds you of the place that was serving burgers from a box that said for hospital and institution use only. I'm not concerned, you are. Okay, we need to have a lengthy one. Somewhere, but it cannot be here. It cannot be here. It cannot be here. Cannot be here. It needs to be here somewhere. So it needs to be like somewhere like this. Guess we can do this. And just do something like this and this. That's like the only way, because here we cannot put it because of the 1, and I have the feeling we need to try something else. But that also makes 6, so we cannot put it there. No, it makes exactly 5. That's 5, that's 5. This one needs 2 and 4, so let's do this one. And we need 2 more, and this one needs 3. So with that. And then this one, so 4, 5, 2, 3, 3, and this one needs 3. Huh. Okay, how about this one then? No, kind of want to put one there. There's something like this. 3, this one needs 3, and this one needs 2. But also this one needs 1, 2, so that cannot be it, so it needs to be this one. No, it needs to be like this. It needs to be. There's no other way. Still needs the 4 here. Something like this would work. 4 and 4, then we have the 3 here. 3, 3, 2, 5. 5, 3, 5, 1. And then we need 3 here all the way, which we cannot do like this, so not this one. So let's do this one. This one. This one, this one. That's 5, that's 2, 5. Need a 3 here. We have a 1 here. A 4 here, we don't have a 1 here. 3, 5, 4, 5, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. I think I got it.
Let's see.
They were decent burgers, so nice. It's well trained, had a lot of movement, much movement, flavor meat. Well, at least the jaw muscles well trained. Reminds me of an ongoing true joke about German military snacks of sacks of only potatoes labeled for animal feed, military use only. Yeah, I remember that. Also, pigs can eat and stomach much more than humans can. Which in the end only meant that those potatoes didn't meet the European market standards for shapeness, but otherwise perfectly safe for consumption. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed quite a lot. We have so many fruits that don't make it on the market, which is why I love that we have so many subscription boxes and stuff that randomly give you like oddly shaped veggies and stuff that usually don't make it on the market shelf, because in the end they taste the same, they taste good, they're just, you know, not perfectly enough shape for like, you know, like if it was a restaurant or something I would care, but yeah. Like, if it's for restaurants and stuff, I kind of get it, because they need the look and the evenness and whatever. But like, if it's for normal consumer market, that's why I love farmer markets so much, because they put everything in their baskets, you know, except for the ones that are really not really edible. But like, that's why if I can, like, for certain veggies, every Friday I go to the farmer's market here, because like they have everything they grew. And if you need like a specific like size or something, it's easier to find them here. Like, you know, you don't want like a large pumpkin, you just want a medium one. Things like that, you know. Even, okay, pumpkins in supermarkets aren't really a thing here, but like for example, you know, or you want like a smaller cucumber and stuff. Like our cucumbers, like in a lot of supermarkets, are so standardized and straight. So yeah, if it's too bent or girthy, you're not allowed to show them to your moms, and they're not gonna be in supermarkets. They cling wrap or plastic wrap, like most, I mean, not all of the supermarkets do, but a lot of supermarkets do that. Like every single cucumber shrink wrapped in a way, or like plastic wrapped in like a tube way, and they need to have a certain straightness and length. And it's like so unified, it's like crazy. Which, you know, I don't care for that, but yeah, like as I said, I'm really glad that there's like also, yeah, I totally didn't switch the screen, that's okay. I'm happy that there's like these kind of subscription boxes that give you like the sorted out fruit. Actually, my cousin, she gets them regularly, and sometimes when she doesn't want some of them, she just leaves them in the company space for anybody to pick up. Like if there's something she cannot eat or she doesn't want, she just gives them away. My dad got a bunch of really good lemons from that. They were a bit oddly shaped, but they had a lot of juice in them, so they were totally worth it, and he loves his lemon water. But yeah. I think it's a good thing that people sell them, but I think it's sad that it even has to be that way. Like, you know, if it's within a specific weight, I can understand that. But like a specific shape is just stupid, because nature does what nature wants. And that's why we try at least to grow some of the stuff in our gardens also, so that we don't have to buy them in supermarkets, because it's just like, it's not worth it. A lot of the times it's also way too expensive. I mean, vegetables count as luxury good. So, you know, it's kind of tragic. But yeah, actually seeds are way less expensive, you just need the space to grow them. Impressive work, Luke. That puzzle reminded me of all the books in the office that you need to put away, Professor. The shade. Oh, that's you, Scarlet? No, that's probably Granny. That looks sweet. Looks really old. As it happens, no, that's Grandma back when she was my age. Is that so? What is it, Professor? I think I've worked out who the girl we are looking for is, however I will need Scarlet's grandmother to confirm it. Yep, it's Granny. Hi there. What in the blazes are you strangers doing in my home? Hello there, Granny. That is way too large of a spindle. Oh, Grandma, I was worried sick about you. Where in tarnation have you been? Scarlet, have these rascals been harassing you? You ought to know they're going to Moose Quicksharp. No, that's not it, Grandma. Old Rat's been looking for someone who looks like me, and we don't know who. There, not another word, darling. Hey, did you say Old Rat? Scarlet, they must be hunters. Scum of the earth they are. Knew they'd turn up into Rita's doorstep one day or another. Grandma, no, Mr. Layton and his pots aren't hunters. Oh, they ain't? Well then, Mr. Layton, why don't you tell me what you're doing out here, eh? Madam, please, I assure you we intend no harm. We only wish to inquire about Old Red. No, you can't fool me with your gentle person act, and I just want to make you show the true colors. A riddle, of course. Yeah. 70. A nightly trial. This country's national flag has the same design of its front and back. Would be nights in the sand undergo a series of grading test mode, which involves counting the number of squares there on the national flag. Prove yourself worthy of a night to it by working out how many squares are in this national flag. Okay, perfect squares, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Considering it's double-sided, this one technically could be counted as square. The question is, are they reverse colors or not? Okay, same design. So 26. The thing is, none of these are full squares on the black, because they're not full, and none of the outsides are square either. So 26, I would say. You love farmer market potatoes, love eating potatoes unpeeled. Oh yes, I love potatoes unpeeled. We actually used to have a lady, sadly her husband passed away a couple of years ago, so she didn't turn up anymore, but she was going around like the whole cities, and like you could ask her and she would make a list of people that like wanted to have potatoes and eggs, and she would show up on your doorstep and sell you potatoes and eggs. And like you can ask for extra eggs or specifically white eggs for Easter or something, like if you have parties and things like that. And she would bring them to your doorstep every Thursday morning. And, you know, she would take in the old egg cartons and like the paper bags for the potatoes and reuse them for as long as she can. And yeah, It was always very nice and cute, but yeah, sadly, her husband passed away. But also her daughter was my English teacher for a while, which is kind of funny. But hey, you know, the countryside stuff.
Let's shed some
But yeah,
light on this one.
unpeeled potatoes only from the farmer's market or bio,
This'll have
because
to
the
redouble
peel
my efforts.
tastes so gross on the others. And I love me some, like, especially like if you have like really properly salted the water and things like that, the peel has some good taste. Or if you do fried potatoes with the peel, you get like little, when the peel flakes off or something, you have like this little crunchy bits, very delicious. You just triple boil them, by which I mean you basically boil them once, switch the water twice, soak them in a bowl, then rinse them, most of the dirt. Okay, yeah, what I do is I don't boil them with the dirt, I just let them soak for like half a day or so. And then I just use like a brush to like brush off the worst of the dirt, like a veggie brush. Same goes with carrots, depending on where they are from. Also, like, I love Moor carrots, like, Martians. Like, I guess, not Martians, Moor is... swamp. Swamp carrots are very yummy, but they have a lot of dirt on them, and I do the same with them, just soak them for like a day. Actually, we use rainwater for that, like, for the first soak, and then we switch the water to, like, tap water, and then, like in that, I scrub them, and then I give them like a quick rinse off, and then I boil them. Remove most of the dirt, then you put them on the stove with fresh water, and then drain them and replace the water, and then over salt water. But yeah, salting, absolutely a must. But what about any residual dirt? Never brush them, what do I care? What little dirt might be left but well cooked and sterilized? Yeah, indeed, that's the thing. The only thing why I'm wary of dirt is because if it hits your teeth right, it can chip a tooth and cause damage, or it can like scratch your throat and things like that. That is why, you know, any like larger dirt I try to get off. But like the rest of them, you know, it's fine. Like if there is an eye or something, you can just cut it out. Like if there's an eye and it has collected some dirt, just cut it out before you eat it. It's totally fine. Sometimes they have like deep dirt pockets because like an animal got in there. Just cut it out while you're eating it and just eat the rest. It's totally good. But yeah, like if it's a very tiny, very fine amount of dirt, it doesn't matter. Anything like sandy more is quite dangerous. Same with salads. I try to get that off because I had it happen before. Luckily, it was such a tiny part of my tooth that it didn't really matter, but it did hurt. Counting alone won't do the trick? What? Okay. If farmers markets, there actually is a guy selling local farms eggs and potato. Most of the markets resell us by the wares from local superstore. Potatoes are nice, but the eggs are great. You can buy them in different sizes, some bio-quality and also turkey eggs. XL chicken eggs, 9 out of 10, will have 2 yolks, Beck's breakfast as a surprise. Except you're coming to expect it. Yeah, fair. Actually, that's one thing there's one thing I really love, and that is we sometimes get duck eggs. And they're a bit larger, like way larger, which means, you know, 1 egg to crack. And you got a nice large egg. But yeah, the thing with our farmers markets here, they're actually from the farms, they're not rebought or anything. Anything that's just in season they have, anything that's not in season they don't. And actually we have it here, like, I know that is indeed a thing in a decent bit of rural areas in Germany, where we have like tiny huts or like tiny like stands on the side of the roads where you can buy eggs and potatoes. It's like a honorary system. You put in the money and you take out the stuff you take. Some have cameras and things like that, but rarely any of them have. Of course, it doesn't always work honorary system-wise, but yeah. Sometimes they also bring it to like tiny farmer stores, where like one person sells like all the surrounding farm stuffs. That also is a thing, but very rare. to find, and you need to know where they are. So the thing with the squares, these don't have a separate coloration, so these technically, oh my goodness, I'm so smart. These have though. So technically it's +8, so it's 34. Because it's 4 here and 4 here. I'm so smart.
My intuition should serve me well. Frankly, I'm ashamed.
No? Okay, I'm a bit stumped because the problem is like with squares. You could also say, for example, this is a square, and this is a square, and this is a square, and this is a square. So, you know, let's see a hint. Closed off on all 4 sides. Yeah, 17. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, okay, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, which is 44. Alright. And where your mom lives, they actually have vending machines for eggs and milk. While you get the eggs in 10, 12 cartons, you get to buy your own bottle and then have it refilled. Yes, actually milk bars like that, where you bring your own bottles and just get fresh tap milk, in quotation marks, in specific amounts, they are also a thing here. Also, yeah, the vending machine things, they are a thing. I know in Japan they actually do them a lot for farmers' produce, and they also bring them towards the city. So you get like fresh cabbages, tomatoes and all that kind of stuff from those vending machines. Definitely way better, but they also are costly. So unless you have like a city that actually states them, because, you know, you have all these regulations on when, where, how you can put your food up for sale and blah. It's kind of hard to do, but yeah. But yeah, okay, 44 it was. See, I wasn't too sure with the double square thing, but yeah, the first hit gave that away. Seems you ain't fixing for trouble after all. What's your game? We would ask only that you come with us to see Old Red. What, you want to bring this lady along? I believe there has been a great misunderstanding. What do you mean, Professor? You recall the Old Red wishes to see a girl that once saved his life, yes? Yeah, and he gave a really specific description too. I was sure we find her. On the contrary, with the description that we were given, it would be impossible to find this girl in the present day. Now, we had sought for her in the past. Our conclusion may have been very different, isn't that right, Miss Ruby? No, how would a puzzled stranger like you folks know something like that? Just say we're able to establish a means of communication with the resident wolf. The wolf has been desperately trying to contact you, the girl who once saved him before his life expires. Oh, that poor fellow. Well, guess I should be thankful you're telling me this now. We come sooner, but the frail body can't be a nuisance like you wouldn't believe. Well, what are we waiting for? You? Nothing else? And there goes my stream. Okay, I'm sorry for that little lag. That was not my internet. 'Cause that was stable. That was weird. Scared of Japan in that regard. Unripe Cuban watermelons. Come here, buy an unripe Cuban watermelon. Get them while they are unripe and Cuba and taste us. Best unripe Cuban watermelon in the country. So, the thing about Japan's fruits is, and that's specifically fruit, is fruit are regarded as a precious present. Thank you for the stretch redeem, Stevie, and nice to see you. Basically, they are not thought as like a day-to-day thing, although they have a decent bit of fruits, but they're very expensive, most of them, because they actually search for the perfect shapes, the perfect taste. Like, they have the sweetest grapes, the craziest strawberries. Cuba watermelons are an example, but they also have like crazy melons that like taste completely different to anything we've tasted before, and it's because they all are presents, more or less, so they are very much so expensive and not for day-to-day, which I think is really sad that it's not like a day-to-day thing. But it's also very interesting that like it is a thing that they see fruit as a precious present, which makes sense, you know, fruit are expensive and they're yummy. So why not fruit instead of other candy? Or flowers. Because although flowers are very lovely, most of them you cannot read. You're scared of in Japan, potentially most local fruit in the world, and you also hate it, yuzu. I love sour. I haven't tried that yet. But yeah, to be fair, it is an acquired taste. But yeah, I'm kind of curious. But yeah, the one thing that I'm actually scared of in Japan is not the food as much, and more so the thing that I'm a very open and like honest person, and there goes that stuff again, perfectly at 2:30 in the morning. 2:35, okay. Lovely. Sorry for the sound. Cannot do anything about it. Wasn't there yesterday, luckily enough, but was there today. Actually wasn't there the day before either, even though I wasn't streaming, I can usually hear it in my speakers too. But yeah, like, I value honesty and earnesty, and that's just not a thing, like, culturally in Japan. Like, anything, even if they don't like it, they will say they like it. Everything is positive, like, in TV and everything. Everything is cheerful, no matter how hurt you are, no matter how much you dislike something. Like, they don't give, like, honest critique, which I value most. Like, honest and earnest critique, not just, that's shit. You know, but like, maybe that's not so good. Maybe you can improve it by, I didn't like specifically that and that, you know, maybe that's a thing you can work on. Things like that, you know, I value that quite a lot because it improves things. And in Japan, you know, everything is just positive and like, just show the positive, never show the negative, never show the struggles. And I couldn't, I just couldn't. Like, visiting, yes. Living there, not really. You absolutely hate grapefruit. The extent that you can, with absolute precision, can recognize certain hop species and beer in small amounts. How did you know? It tastes like grapefruit. No matter how much I hate grapefruit, yuzu is worse for you. Okay, so I don't mind grapefruit, but I don't like the hassle of it, so I'd rather have the juice or something. Like, I don't mind grapefruit from the taste, but from the hassle, if that makes sense. Yuzu I haven't tried yet. I will, eventually, maybe. But yeah, when it comes to beer, I'm not that much of a beer fan. I'm more of a whiskey kind of person myself. And yes, a German that's not a beer person. Ooh, how bad. No, but really, also with beer, I'm very picky. Like, something like Beck's or something that's like one of the larger brands here that you can find everywhere. Not to my taste at all. Like, I don't mind the fermented taste, that's not it, but like this like warm, hoppy taste. In bread and stuff, great. In like when you have like beer battered things, great. But like for drinking, not so mine. Here she is, Aldred. This is the person you were looking for, isn't it? Oh, Red, is that really you? That helped us little papa rescue way back when? Well? You finally twigged then. It's me, all Red. It's Ruby. Aww. That's so cute. Well, someone likes a good pampering. Look at you, all puppy dog-eyed and mellow as honey. Aww. You ain't changed a bit, old boy. He was hurt. I'm trying to see this decrepit old lady one last time. A real tearjerker. You know that? Aww. He promised to return a pendant to you one day. That's why he was so desperate to find you. That's so? That's so? When I gave you the pendant, I thought of it as a sign that there will always be a special bond between us. Always. Doesn't feel right to be taking it back. But if it's what you really want... There we go. What's the matter, old boy? He says the pain went away. Oh my, so this pendant's the thing that's been causing you all that bother? Is that what you're saying? Golly, you were just such a tiny pup when I met you. Think about getting tied around your neck as you got bigger. And stopping the circulation from properly working and maybe causing brain damage and things like that. So Red wasn't really ill after all. He must have been able to perceive that something was wrong, but unable to pinpoint the exact problem. So it was a bit of a wild goose chase in the end. Still, all's well that ends well, I suppose. Okay, nice. Old Red did not come to Toredo to scare its inhabitants. In fact, the wolf only wishes to return a pendant to the girl who once saved his life. People of Toredo can rest assured that they have no need to fear Old Red. That was very short. For some reason, but that's okay. I don't mind. Well, I'd never have believed that. I trust Toredo will welcome him in now. Sure, your Old Red is a gentle creature. He will never attack his town or people. After all, this is where his best friend lives. My eyes are telling me one thing, but in my heart it still don't wash. Hang it all. He's a real curly wolf, ain't he? Maybe now you stop being such a croaker and keep an open mind. Now I have a question for you, Mr. Layton. You didn't just come here to help Old Red out with the kindness your heart out, did you? Alas, no, that was not our original goal. We were actually hoping to acquire the pendant that was around Old Red's neck. You want this pendant? That's the reason why you've been chasing the old boy around like a hungry coyote? I suppose now that there ain't nothing to stop him coming down to see me, maybe we don't need it no more. Go and take it, for I changed my mind. Are you quite sure, madam? No, what did I just say? All else could do is give it to Scarlet, much as you don't care for it. When you first saw that tall hat of yours, thought Ruby, your granddaughter's fallen in with bad crowd. But now I've seen it ain't so. Take it already. Got a hunch you need it more than she or I. Thank you, Ruby. Your kindness knows no bounds. We're glad to have been of assistance. Well, then it's time for us to depart. Perhaps we'll cross paths again in the future. You find with people not liking beer, you have a tendency to attempt to convince people that they may not have come across the right kind of beer yet, but in the end it's just because you think most people, especially in Germany, are too trusted to the big industry beer taste. Their society forced into a narrow perception of beer. I'm actually surprised how ambiguous the beer in German is considering most people only know the industry crap. Yeah. Yeah, I've tried a lot of beers. I tried a lot of craft beers too and things like that. I tried beers in other countries too. You know, some of the English beer is really also not bad. But yeah, I don't know, like, I've tried a lot of different beers and all of them went to my taste, but yeah, the like aftertaste that like most of the like large like crate full of beers that you get in the supermarkets here have, like the party kind beer, except for one brand which I forgot what it's called right now, but I know the bottles aren't like the longer, they're like more stout and have like they're a bit more like thick on the bottom and have more like a swirly like wavy top design. I forgot what the brand is called. That one is palatable to me. It's also a little bit more expensive than like the other stuff that you get for parties, but anything else, like the aftertaste is like bitter, like how could I describe it? Aftertaste. I mean, most people probably know it that have had a cheap beer before. There's like an aftertaste I really don't like at all, and I think it doesn't really pair well with anything. Like, it takes away so much, like, especially if you're, like, grilling or something, and you're having a good steak or like bratwurst or something, and sausage, you know, anything like that. It just takes away so much from the good taste of the meat and things like that, because you have the aftertaste the entire time. Welcome back, sirs and madams. Trust your expedition was a roaring success. It was indeed, and we were able to obtain an egg thanks to Luke's unconventional language skills. Yet being able to talk to animals certainly has its advantages. That's marvelous news. I shall begin preparations for a departure whenever you are ready. You know, this egg is the first Azran artifact to be discovered in this part of the world. I had no idea the Azran once lived here. We did, but even in our time it was an arid land. Aurora, you've recovered memories of this place? Partially, yes. Recall the Azran once tried to rejuvenate this dying land, but their technology was at the limit, insufficient. They couldn't restore balance to its ecosystem. That's all I remember. So they managed to rejuvenate part of the desert, where the rainforest was then, where the mushroom forest was then, but in this part they couldn't. Interesting. Fascinating. So the Azran like us lived through ages of varying technological progress. Do you think they started out like people in the Stone Age with really primitive tools? A very probable theory, Luke. Mankind has always built upon the past in the hopes of funding an ever brighter future. And now that Torito has made peace with Aldred, they can look forward to a brighter future too. I wholeheartedly agree. Well, I believe it's about time for us to depart, shall we? On to the last place. But yeah, I think it's also very funny that like, oh, isn't that just cute? Also, that's a huge stick. Nice. But yeah, I think it's kind of funny. Germany wants to be known for its beer, but like most stuff you get in supermarkets here is just crap. Which I think is hilarious. Okay, that's the same text, so let's go to the last place. Other countries have craft beer. Oh yeah, a lot of them. We have craft beer. Yeah, at least like industry stuff is bad. What we do, like, which is kind of really funny, because like we do have good assortments of other things, even in cheap. Like we do have good German-made wine that can also be very cheap and things like that. So, you know, it's like we have some really good stuff. But our beer, the one thing we should or would be one and known for, is just terrible. At least the run-of-the-mill stuff. This appears to be one of the locations marked on the walls of the Azran. I feel the power of Azran resonating. There's surely an aura stone here. The walls of the city do resemble Azran architecture. There's a lot to indicate that we're in the right place. Well, shall we disembark? That is a heptagon. Interesting. Okay, then that seems dark. With any luck, it won't be long until we have the egg in our possession. In a way, these streets remind me a little of London. They're much quieter, though. So, are we that the egg is here again? In the city of Monsinia sleeps the eternal phoenix, or so the legend goes. Where there's a bird, there's probably an egg. I wonder if this legend of the phoenix might not be connected to the Azran riders of the sky. Not the most scientific theory, but given the town is enclosed in Azran worlds, I say it has some merit. Whoops, that was my water bottle. That's okay though. Well, that's good to hear, but where do we start? There's no one around. Perhaps the city's residents are all indoors. Let's try the nearest house. I mean, crows on carcasses. Local notices instead of having Like newspapers, baker signs, candles? Those are not gonna last like that, that's just bullshit. They're gonna go straight out at night, aren't they? Well, let's see. Door flaps open every time there's a gust of wind. It's kinda creepy, yeah it is. Oh, there's this house. Excuse me, is anyone there? There doesn't appear to be anyone home. All the streets are deserted, it's a little bit creepy. Granted, there's something not quite right here, let's keep moving. Not quite right may not be the right thing to say, but also, hey, look, we can steal some ingredients. Well, let's go to the market square, shall we? That's a phoenix, if I've ever seen one. Professor Sycamore, look, the gun statue looks like a phoenix. Do you think it's part of the legend? I very much doubt it. In the eyes of the Azran, even the purest gold was of little worth. Oh yes, of course, there was a chapter about it in Roger's Ancient Histories, wasn't there? Scratch that theory then. Still not a soul around. Please, you to help me think get our way. Did you hear that? It came from over there, quickly. Nope. Hint coins first, you know the deal. Even if somebody is in peril, we're gonna get our hint coins. Attach the roof, huh? Fresh juicy grapes. Of course, we just eat them like that. Those lizards are around everywhere, huh? That is a strange door up there. Melodious trinket, aka a music box? Let's go back. But all people were supposed to be nice. Why won't you help me? Rook, did you hear that? He called us old. Where we come from, that's a crime, you know? Save it, Bishop. Boy, let's make something very clear. I'm perfectly eligible bachelor and don't like to be talked down to. But that's none of your business. You're treading on thin ice, Brat. Out of the way before you regret it. Rook and the phoenix bird over there has the egg we're looking for. Let's not waste our time talking to this pipsqueak. I totally can read, huh? This is why I don't trust grown-ups. Wow, he asked us two for help. He must really be desperate. Indeed, shall we offer our assistance? Maybe not the adults, but maybe the children should? Ah, you came from outside the city, didn't you? Please, I really need your help. Everything's gone wrong and I've... Slow down, what's your name, young man? Ah, sorry, my name's Umid. Hello there, Umid. My name's Desmond Sycamore and this is Professor Layton. Would you care to tell us what's wrong? Well, it's the adults. They're all morning my mum wouldn't wake up. I shook her, but couldn't get more than a few mumbles out of her. The other grown-ups are exactly the same. They're all just lying there sleeping. Have been for a whole week. A whole week? How bizarre. So every adult in the city is currently in a sort of coma? I know it's hard to believe, but please, come to my house. You can see for yourself. Just over here, come on. Maybe our grown-ups will think of a way to wake her up. That is indeed an issue that will completely knock out the whole city. Oh, look, a moth. Meat, spices. Looks very nutritious, aka too many veggies for Luke. Fun fact, I really used to love veggies as a kid. I mean, I still do love veggies. But actually, like, my favorite parts of meals were mostly the veggies, funnily enough. Did enjoy me some good fish fingers, aka cheap breaded fish fingers. and some good, as we call it, bloop spinach, which is basically cream spinach. Just finely chopped, so, you know, it's easier to eat, like, for children, but yeah. Sweet cream spinach, yeah. But yeah, I was always more of like I really loved my chicken and rice with roasted bell peppers. So yummy. Like just red and this is annoying, the sound. But yeah, just red and yellow bell peppers, really softly fried / boiled in a pan, you know, just like really softly, till they let out their juices, and then like that covering the meat like a sauce. So good. I love me some good bell peppers. I'm sure I can eat them again in like a couple of years. Really looking forward to that, because they were sadly one of the first veggies I couldn't eat anymore. Damn your autoimmune stuff. But hey, it's fine. I know I will in the future be able to eat things like that again. It just will take time. Gotta appreciate it more then, I guess. The woman on bed should be your mother, you presume? Yeah, it seems like she's been like this for ages. I don't know what to do. Well, her pulse is steady and her breathing seems normal. I don't believe she's in any immediate danger. Sounds so good, yeah. Funnily enough, there's a song, a German song, children's song, that is like, chicken and veggies is my favorite dish. And then in the end, it's like a very short one, but it's basically like chicken and veggies is my favorite dish. Today there's tortillas. I don't like them, sadly. But I want chicken and veggies, that's my favorite dish. It's kind of a cute little song, but I get it. I really love that. Don't know what caused her to end up in this state. If I did, I won't be asking you. She doesn't respond to any single thing I say, so no one can do anything. I just can't handle this anymore. Most curious phenomenon. The only thing I can think of is, well, it's an old Mosinian legend. Story goes that long ago a mighty phoenix with healing power swooped down on Mosinia and made it her home. She would slumber for months, even years at a time, but when she was awoken, tears of joy would stream from her eyes. Those tears were said to cure any illness. The people of the city collected the tears and used them to heal the sick. So if I can find the phoenix and wake her up, maybe her tears will help grown-ups wake up too. Look, you might not believe it, but don't have any other choice. Actually, it's often the case that legends have some vestige of truth to them. There may be a chance such a thing exists. It's the only hope I have left. I'll do whatever it takes, please. If you promise to help me, I'll guide you through the city. I'll show you anything you want. Have they eaten or come in contact with the same thing? Azran tradition remains strong in Mosinia, but the entire adult population of the town is fast asleep. Seems a phoenix tear would rouse the locals from the slumber. But does such a mythical creature even exist? Why is it only the adults that are asleep, I wonder? I do like the music, it's kind of nice. Very calming. Hey, who are you? Why aren't you asleep like that? Are you sleepwalking? No, I'm quite sure we are awake. The situation you poor children are in seems like a bad dream to me. We're currently trying to find a way to wake the adults of your city. Our friend Diumit here believes the phoenix might be the key. Oh, the phoenix? Yeah, I saw that once. Want to hear about it? Wait, actually, can you help me with a puzzle first? I'm really stuck on it. Oh yeah, sure. We haven't had any puzzle in a little while, and this is a puzzle game. Snake squeezing. 10 times. Squeezing a selection of slithering serpents into a small pot like this is no problem for an experienced snake charmer. In fact, even though you might not think this pot could hold more than 9 snakes that are already in, with a bit of rearranging you can definitely fit a 10th. Snakes don't overlap each other, no trickery involved. Well then. Let's remove them first. Whee! They're free. Oh, they're so cute. I love me snakes. Snakes are adorable. What the heck is this snake? I guess that's the mouth, but what the heck? Interesting shape, my friend. I guess the mouse could interlock in a way. That makes it possible to fit them. I have a long snake like this, maybe like this. I don't know, this seems so far to go way too well. Am I just paranoid? I'm just paranoid, I did it perfectly. Well, there they go. Also, those the snakes look like they have kinked spines, and that makes me feel really sorry for them. Spectacular! This kind of thing is all in a day's work for a snake charmer, you know? Also, they're so adorable. Oops. It's not what I meant to do. There we go. That's a problem with having to click over to the program. I really need to figure out if there's a way to have it, like, act completely, like, with being clicked out of OBS. Got a new Blooms and Shrooms garden, submerged late. Wow, you're clever. Okay, so the Phoenix, right? You see the big hill outside the city? It's called Phoenix Rest. We always get told off if we play anywhere near it. But once, right, I saw this humongous bird perched on a hill, and it looked me right in the eyes. A large bird at Phoenix Rest? Sounds like a lead to me. Well then. That looks very dangerous. The grown-ups were around, they yell at us and tell not to go anywhere near the place. I know it's probably to keep us safe, but this is different. The Phoenix really lives on that hill, we have to go. It just looks so creepy. I sort of wish there weren't some grown-ups yelling at us not to go right now. They can tell me off all they like when they wake up. I'd just be happy that they're back to normal. Yeah, but this looks like it's swamp territory, and I don't like swamp territory. I mean, says the child that grew up in a swamp territory and we used to climb the trees and wander through the moors. Never do that, children. It's very dangerous. We were free people and we knew how to free ourselves from that stuff. But if there was a hole, we wouldn't have survived. But hey, not that we cared about it, and we all are alive. But yeah, like, behind my grandparents' house, there's still, like, part of the, like, swamps. They haven't been dried out. There was a lot of, like, swamp here that was dried out because they used to use the stuff that you, like the stuff in the swamp, you know, the decayed matter and things like that. There was, like, a lot of different uses for that, as, like, heating material, things like that. And so, you know, that was a huge amount of work. So they dried up swamps one after a time, and just went in there to get the, we call it torf. Nowadays, like, a lot of the swamp we have here are actually, or the moors are actually, like, a natural habitat kind of thing, so they're protected. And we actually do have a small train that they use, like, for like visitors and things like that, that goes through the moors, and you can take a tour, and it's beautiful. Like, very beautiful. Would recommend. But yeah, it's like the like whole area here has been swamped, which also means that if you want to dig anything here, there was a lot of odd villages around, even in my village, like when they like 15 years ago when they built new houses on the farmer's land, they found remnants of like a very old village. And yeah, basically like you find it everywhere here, but the problem with it having been dried up swamp is a lot of swamps, like from a certain layer on where the liquid wasn't like liquid anymore, so like where the ground started, the ground underneath is very tough and very stony. So if you want to dig and like plant things there and stuff, you will find a lot of like rocks everywhere and things like that, and it's like very annoying for gardening or like landscaping, things like that. But on the other hand, part of the soil is still very much so nutritious, so that is a good bonus. But yeah, it also means that since we have some patches still that are not dried up, that randomly somewhere like in the forest and things like that, like most of them are fenced off, but sometimes behind private properties, if there's a larger forest, like where my grandparents live, you have like huge pieces of swamp still, which are very dangerous because they're not marked. But yeah, you know, kind of fun to explore. Oh look, is that the phoenix? I mean, it's not a phoenix, but yeah. Look, is that it? Is that the phoenix? Oh, sorry, we didn't mean to disturb you. We came here hoping to see the phoenix. Is that you? Adler, aka Eagle. Oh, but you've been here a long time, haven't you? So you're waiting for her and you're saying she sparkles? That sounds mystical enough. Bet she's the one we're looking for then. You know where she might be back? We really like to meet her too. Well, I don't think we'll be able to wait that long, but how do you know she's nearby? Wow, you must have a keen sense of smell. Okay, please translate that for us, Luke. You think she's inside there? That doesn't sound very likely. I think that's a sluice gate. Huh? Oh, you know, it's like a door for water, and never mind, it's not important. It was nice to meet you, Adler. How does it look, Luke? Well, Adler here isn't a phoenix, but there's a much bigger bird around here and it sparkles all over. An even bigger bird? But how do we know about looking for it? He said he spotted her once when he was looking towards the city. Maybe he'll find more clues back there. I have the feeling this is like not a Watergate, but like a Azran device thing. And we actually do need to go in there. Oh look, a slapdash sculpture. Ah, well, interesting. But yeah, I have the feeling maybe it's the statue or something. These are almost identical to Azran ruins, there's no doubt about it. Mosinia and the Azran are connected. Could it be that the phoenix is hidden within? I very much doubt that. Aren't you overthinking things a bit? Just an old cistern. Anything that's Azran could have secret tunnels and things like that, and could have something. Oh, a lizard. That was fast. Not what I meant. Wanted to see for hint coins. But I guess there's not too many more. There we go. Let's look towards the city then. Ah, really? Those guys again. What are you doing here? I bet they're trying to get to the phoenix at the top of this mountain too, is that it? Is that what you're after? We've already been there, as a matter of fact. Most magnificent wing feathers, that bird. Ah, pivot at the post again. After all the time we poured into solving that riddle. Hurry up, Brooke, let's go and see the phoenix. Were you even listening, Bishop? They already got the egg. You never know, the phoenix might lay another one just for us. No harm in asking. See you up ahead. What have I told you about running off if you fall into another trap? Also, they're stone eggs made by the Azran. They're not the actual bird eggs, you buffoon. Surely they do not intend to provoke that bird into laying an egg for them. Well, they have a difficult time of it. There's definitely a male. It's hard to speak children's voices, but also I had a giggle there, so it's even harder. Well, it's quite a predicament, and we're still not closer to finding the egg. If we could locate someone involved in town planning, it would be a altogether different story. That's not going to happen anytime soon. I haven't seen anyone older than human on the streets. The only clue we have to go on is that there might be an enormous bird at Sprockles. Where on earth should we look? There? A moment, Professor Sycamore. Human said that all the adults almost are suffering from this interminable sleep. Yet humans are tough and I have shown no signs of drowsiness or exhaustion. Yes, I suppose that's true, but what does that mean? Whatever induced the sleep is unlikely to be an airborne contagion of some sort. It must have come around by some other means. We need more information. The source of the illness must lie elsewhere, but where? Also, they are all sleeping in their beds, which is interesting. So whatever they got wasn't in one specific place. There must have been something that had a longer effect after the fact. Let's talk to the children in the city. Perhaps they will be able to provide us with a clue or two. No, Tamara, I know this might be hard for you, but can you remember anything that might have caused your father to fall ill? Yeah, I guess there might be one thing. We had a massive festival the night before in honor of the Phoenix. Me and Daddy helped ourselves to all the food we could eat. My tummy's never stuck out as much as it did then. The alcohol at the festival? That sounds sensational. But then we got home, right? I heard Daddy go through the bag. Thought he might be going for seconds, well, more like sevens, but then why didn't he invite me? So that must be when whatever happened. Sounds that way, alright. Come on, let's see if we can gather some more facts about this festival. Wait, you gonna go? Then who am I gonna play with? What about the other children? Can't you play with them? I already asked. There's a girl that hangs on around Precious Hill, but she's only ever wants to play with Human. It's not fair. Human's quite a popular one, isn't he? How about we pay this girl a visit? So you're not gonna play with me then? Well, if she doesn't look very moody, can you ask her again for me? Precious hill, That is a very interesting hill. What the heck? Ooh, look, a bee's nest. Totally, safe to stand underneath. To be fair, I guess right now there's no bee inside. And no hint coined inside either. No, but a riddle. Look, Professor, a hidden puzzle. Oh, wonderful. Solving this should make for a pleasant change of pace. Yes, let's see. Walking on water too. Okay. Same idea as before. I think I messed up already. Yeah, I messed up. Let's try this side. It only goes straight. But that one moved that one over, so maybe... characters, this is not gonna work. Mm. And I got stuck again. I need to fill up this space somehow, which I can do with that one. But then I also need to get back. So I need to fill this space somehow. And go over to this one. Fill that. Then I cannot go back from here. Not what I meant to do. I meant to go here. I need to basically move that over here. And then get another one over there. With that. Which is a very annoying problem. That won't work. Why too bad? Why did that not work? This one is very hard. I need to get this one up, basically, right? So if I do this one, then go back. And then just use this one. This is so easy, and I just whiffed it the entire time. Oh my goodness.
My intuition should
I mean,
serve
I
me
should
well.
have thought there. I just was trying and not thinking. You know, sometimes it helps to think, but hey, who am I to say that? Whether there's a trick to it or not, there's no easy way to walk across the lake. Not really. Ah, that was refreshing. It's not too good, girl. Actually, hold on. Before I do, I wanted to look if there's any other hint coin. There we go. It's not too good. Yuma, there you are. Where have you been? Don't you know you're not supposed to keep a girl waiting? Sorry, Mary, but it was important. These people are going to help us find the cure. Oh, well, that's great news. And here I was worried that you were staying away just to spite me, silly me. By the way, how are the grown-ups? Did anyone wake up yet? Well, Timmer's dad tried to scratch his nose, but he missed it by a good few inches. Apart from that, nothing new. Think hanging a nice lantern in front of them might help. Be a dear and lend me a hand, would you? Whatever that would do. Moonlight, starlight. It's the hanging lampshade Mary wants to make. It's made of 8 triangular panels, only 2 of which are decorated with an image. Have a look at the accessible lampshade on the touchscreen. Unassembled lampshade on the touchscreen. One panel has already been decorated. Help Layton and Newman work out where the moon should go to create the lampshade displayed on the top screen. Okay. So the moon is on the opposite side of the star. Or just this one. Right?
You know, I think this may be it.
Nope.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's turned around. Never mind. Yeah, no, I'm blind. So the star here is on the bottom, but like this. But the moon will not be. So if this falls, this is not the side. And this is gonna be the side. Like this one will be the side, and then this one will be the top. And then this one will be the side, which means this one will be the bottom, the actual side from the back.
Shed some light on this one.
Yeah, I forgot, they fold
Excellent.
inward towards the top, yeah. Well, I got it. I just was too quick on the first one. Oops. Never mind, the switch. Apparently I didn't switch before. Why is that having the background? What the heck? Okay. That shouldn't be happening. Lovely. This is gonna bother me. Why is there so much of a gap up there? Oh, that's annoying. I like a way to... No, okay, now I did. Oops, sorry. Now I moved this one over again. That shouldn't be happening. And the chat box should be in here. At least it's now back in frame how it should be. I don't even know why I did that, like it's fixed into position right now. So technically none of this should be able to move. I don't know why the whole thing moved. Ah, weird. Okay, sorry. Not meant to happen. Oh, there was one thing. Gran was mumbling something about the phoenix in her sleep. She really lost that bird. Oh, that's right. Your Gran's seen the phoenix before, hasn't she? Mary's grandmother is the keeper. She's the wisest person in the city and she looks after the old temple in the north. You might find some clues there. Shall we go and have a look? By all means, lead the way. Yes, I'm doing a bit of overtime because just one story. I mean, the talking is always fun, but you know, I want to have a little bit of game progress too, just in case. I take it this is the temple you were talking about, human. The architecture is stunning though. It's a shame to see it in disrepair. Are there any clues about the legend? Please don't rush me. This is without doubt Azran stone, but I can discern very little from the design. It's unfortunate that the person who would know the subject best is incapacitated. Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Oh look, there's the keeper. I thought they were sleeping. Sure. We just broke a gravestone. That is rude as fuck. Don't do that. No matter how broken they were before. Look, it's eyes. Those look like very intricate patterns. Can you tell what they mean, Professor? Say that's no. Something about 3 birds, some other 3 eyes. The phoenix is here. Some trees, some other birds, and the hive. Whatever phoenix thing. But there's also birds on here. They have a lot of bird statues. I wonder... Ooh, that's pretty. Even the stained glass window is in the shape of a phoenix. Yeah, I wonder if that has something to do with an actual statue or something that appeared and not like a thing that happened. You know, like it's not an actual phoenix. Oh, she's sleeping standing up. She's been like this the whole time. She won't wake up, but she won't lie down either. It's pretty strange. Her legs must be terribly tired by now. Phoenix, wake the... Wake the phoenix? Sylph Mural lies sleeping. Wish I knew what she was on about. Well, I guess we should probably just start looking around. Okay, solve this mural. These look very intricate patterns. Can you tell what they mean? I think it says the same thing all over. That is a bit annoying. Oh, how about that? That's a different stone. Do you suppose there's a clue about the phoenix here? The temple appears to be dedicated to the phoenix legend. These stone slabs are in fact not gravestones, but historical tablets. Ooh. That makes things not much better, but a little. Well, that's interesting, but it's not much use if you can't read them. What's this? Oh, this tablet is different from the others? You're right, it's like the writing we saw in the Azran dome back in code. Allow me to read it. The phoenix grants guidance only to the chosen few who bear the celestial burden and complete the perpetual cycle. Ingenious bird born from dawn's west rays, cast your flaming wings over noon skies till your journey ends under an eastern moon. Those who complete the cycle find your way to the entrance of the Phoenix Protection. It's said that when a phoenix dies, it rises from its ashes reborn. One might say that it represents the circle of life. Seems the tablet is asking us to depict the cycle in some way, yet where's the most crucial element, the circle itself? What about the large mural on the wall? Those engravings could represent the circle, couldn't they? See the patterns around the center image? They look like suns to me. I think we may even be able to move them. Very well spotted, Emmy. In that case, we simply need to align the patterns to match the story on the tablet. Dawn's west ways. Oops, that was actually right. Dawn's west rays. Noon's gaze indicate the top, and the eastern moon goes on the right. How about that? It was actually way too easy, but hey. Tremor? Most likely a direct result of having completed the puzzle. According to the tablet, that would mean that we should find a way to the entrance of the Phoenix Protection now, but I don't quite see what that signifies. Merely an idea, perhaps the protection refers to the city's high walls. In which case the entrance to the Phoenix Protection would be a city main gate. It's certainly worth a try. Back to the city's main gate then. If we're interpreting the Phoenix protection to mean the city walls, then we enter it, we step through this gate. You really think that's simple? I'm not seeing anything around here. Wait, what's that up there? That's new. Ah, an Azran plaque. Better than a plague. And better than a lag. Maybe I've just spent my whole life staring at my feet, but I'm pretty sure I've never seen writing up there. I can say with some conviction that whatever mechanism caused that tremor also revealed this tablet for us. We still can't read what it says though. I can help you there. From its ashes of birth, 3 reborn birds take flight from the pinnacle of time and seek respite westwards. Beyond lie 6 immovable mountains. The phoenix settles on the second peak before crossing another on her way to paradise. The mountains she touches are resplendent with eternal light. When all is true, the bird shall open her heart. The pinnacle of time would appear to indicate the clock tower, no? I guess to open their heart would mean that the clock tower opens the thing. Ah, that clock tower is an important monument in our city. We wind it up for every festival. It's never stopped, not even for a second. Most interesting. If we follow it westwards, then, as told, the inscriptions, we must look to the left. I don't see 6 immovable mountains anywhere, though. What's that supposed to mean? What about the stone slab along that beam? Those. Very observant, Aurora. Shall we see if they can be operated? It lands on the second peak and then crosses another, so we have to light up the right stones to match the story. It starts from the clock tower, it crosses another and lands on the other one. Well, was any really hold secrets like this? It's all so hard to believe. That rumbling was closer than last time. Sounds as though the phoenix has opened her heart to us. Perhaps heart would indicate the center of the city. Wow, I never have got that so quickly. Well, a decade's worth of the Saturday cryptic does make it one rather good at spotting wordplay. So you're smart because you solve crosswords? No, my dad died when I was young, so I never got to know him, but I heard he was a quick thinker like you. Sounds like he would have been a wonderful father. If my daughter was still alive, she'd be about your age too. Oh, You had a daughter, Professor? Forgive me, this isn't the time. I'm so sorry. All that's in the past. What matters now is waking up the people of Messenia. If you're sure we should go to the city center, then, and quick. Yeah, stop the uncomfortable by just walking away. Well, that's a huge pool of nothing. Nice blue walls, though. If you fill that with water, it must look quite pleasant. The statue's missing. Must say I didn't expect our actions to have such noticeable effect on the town. Azran technology. They never do anything by house, do they? These ruins, along with the legend of the Phoenix, must have been a closely guarded secret. Fascinating, isn't it? If you permit me, I'd like to try my hand in deciphering the words inscribed. It's hard to expose the Phoenix stares. When life's essence flows from the Great Gate, the ancient bird will rise from slumber. Great Gate? Is that a metaphor? Oh, I believe the identity of the Phoenix is about to come to light. We just need to follow the clues as before. Let's locate this Great Gate. So, are we talking about real gates? There can't be very many to choose from. Precisely, Luke. Think about the gates we've come across in the city. Remember, not all gates are made from for people. But then what would they be? Oh, this side gate. It's like gate. Ugh. Whatever. And it clicks into place. Good. Then back to the forest we go. Sluice gate. Oh my goodness. Not a word I've ever used before, so. Shoo! Riddle? No. A horned owl. Mystery item. Nice. Go into the aqueduct. Doesn't look like anything's changed since the last time. Yet some change undoubtedly occurred. We open the gate as the inscriptions tell us. Perhaps all will become clear. What? This ancient thing? You really think it will move? Of course. All we need to do is unlock it. With a riddle, of course. This city is quite fun. I kinda like it. The Phoenix Wakes. To open the sluice gate, the puzzle embedded in its panel must be solved. Bound by the chains of 8 moons, the Phoenix shall remain asleep. Only when the power of the star stones may these chains be severed. No stone can be connected to a stone whose number is 1 higher or lower. Once the chains are severed, the freed Phoenix will awaken. Okay, which means no 4 can go here, or here, or here, or here. 7 cannot go here, so here or here. So that there and that there. How about that? This is 8. 8 can go anywhere practically. 3 is 1 higher. And then 1 and 2. 2 can go here, 1 here because it connects to the 3. Oh, and these. Damn it. Okay, and these cannot be there. 3 and 4. How about we switch those? No, the 4 has to go here or here. Let's stay with this. And then this one can only go here. The 4 can technically go here. 3 can go here. Then we have the 2 and the 1 that connect to it. I mean, you can technically go over here. No, like this. And then the 3 can technically go like this. Yeah, okay, there we go.
That should do it.
Forgot the 8 can go on the other side.
I'm in the mood for another.
That's okay. There we go, we got it. Ooh, that's beautiful. Sluice gates, huh? Well, that's pleasant. Hope that doesn't flood the whole town. But it fills the river. Does it actually fill the circle? Ooh, Phoenix! Glittering Phoenix in the sunlight.
Look at that. There it is. That's the Phoenix.
When life's essence flows, the ancient bird will rise.
That's pretty. So this is the sparkling bird you were talking about? Yes, she's very pretty. There's one thing I don't understand though. The town's supposed to be the Phoenix. What are the Phoenix tears? Well, as tears flow from the eyes, I'd say that if we look for one of the Phoenix eyes, that's where we will find our cure. I know just where we can go to find an eye. Follow me. Alright, this is the last straw. The statue here was the Phoenix. Well, it was right here, right under our nose, and now it's gone. Bishop, calm down, or you blow a gasket. Calm down, I'm perfectly calm. Look, we checked every nook and cranny on the statue, and there was nothing. I don't think it was the Phoenix. Alright then, consider me only fuming mad. Is it any wonder the children kept throwing stones at us? It's not fair, Rook. We try and we try and we try, but we don't get anywhere fast, no matter how much I run. Listen, I know it's hard to accept, but we've been beaten, and every time we get beaten, we bounce back. That's our style. Maybe you're right. Maybe the Phoenix just feels the crew, and it'll be back again later. You never know, the city's got more tricks than an international pony conference. So, I think that, like, I don't know what Tarjan's idea is to not send anybody else after us, but those two. Because they're clearly dimwits. So I think their plan may be to get the eggs from us, make us do the work, and just play pretend that they send somebody after us. Call it a hunch, but that would be what I would do because it's easier. Here, the water flowing all the way down here. That is logic. Yep. Sure. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Look, Dale! So these are the tears of the phoenix. What do you mean? Simple, Luke. The river that flows through Mosinia represents the phoenix and this hill one of its eyes, in which case it's likely that humans' ancestors once likened the water around the hill to a phoenix tear. That's incredibly far-fetched. Though you may believe it to be a far-fetched theory, you cannot argue with the cold hard facts. Yeah, maybe, but still. Then does that mean that all the water around this is the cue we've been looking for? Almost, but not quite. The phoenix tear should, however, guide us to the location of the cue. Positive the answer we seek are down here somewhere. Well, let's go inside. Floating stones, huh? What have we here? There are slabs of text everywhere. I believe we stumbled upon an Azran library, forgotten history bestowed to the future. An Azran library? But what about the tears we're looking for? I would hazard a guess that the phoenix tears are a remedy that we must concoct ourselves. Most likely the Azran created the legend to ensure that only the most determined intellectuals made it here. The Monsinias must have known this place can't have gone untouched for so long. As an archaeologist, I'm rather envious of the Mosinians having lived too close to this ancient treasure trove. There's much I like to examine, but we should focus on arousing the adults first. This will of course mean postponing our search for the egg further, but I think we will agree that this is the right thing to do. Absolutely, the city's safety takes priority over our mission. I begin working on the site if you have no objections. Translation is my specialty, Professor. By all means you can assist, but you'll hardly match my speed. Do I detect a subtle rivalry between the two professors? I suppose I should be making myself useful too. Emmy, do you remember the plants with the jagged leaves we saw in the forest? Would you mind picking some for the remedy? We need the bark of an olive tree too. Just you leave it to Emmy Atava, assistant extraordinaire. Solving a number of puzzles around Mosinia allowed the water to flow into its canals, which formed the shape of a phoenix. In the Phoenix Eye, a vast Azran archive contains incredible wonders, including the formula for an all-curing panacea, which doesn't really exist in that way, but the Azran built this town in a way that would allow a phoenix to appear when its waterways are filled. It would be amazing if it would exist, though. Where? What? Mommy, you're awake. You're really awake. Humid, what's gotten into you all of a sudden, and who are these people? Mom, you've been asleep for a whole week. I have? Oh dear, wonder where it might been, it might have been Dormis superis. Dormis superis? Isn't that some kind of toxic mushroom? I was at the Phoenix Festival with your uncle. We often had a sort of after party to give us adults a chance to gossip. They had this delicious white mushroom stew. I was going to bring you some, but I felt rather drowsy, so I just hurried home. Suppose someone doesn't know their Domus superis from their Omis Nomis. Should have realized when I saw your uncle snoring away. I was so worried about you, Mom. Oh, I'm sorry I have scared you, Yumi, but look, at least you've proven that you can stand on your own 2 feet for once. Mom, what do you mean for once? Well, we solved the mystery of the sleeping Alice and made an incredible discovery, but we're still not closer to finding the egg. I thought you might find you tagging along with Humid. Mary, was it? Close, but you need to roll the out a bit. Anyways, I'm not here to lecture you. In fact, I'm here to tell you about the departing gift. So, Mary. Gran burst into tears when she heard that you did, and now she wants to give you a phoenix egg. Oh, what, isn't she nice? Phoenix egg? Then that means... It's the egg you were looking for, isn't it? Go on, the keeper should be waiting at the temple. You You must be the heroes that saved our city, an absolutely golden performance. Though I must confess it was a bit of a rude awakening, and I was having such a pleasant dream. What matters is that you're all safe and sound. By the way, I believe you wished to see us about something. Really? No, what was that? Ah, yes, of course. No, we as people have endeavored to protect the secret of the Phoenix for generations. We were waiting all this time to share the secret with the right people, you see. Part of the legend goes like this. And when the celestial messenger descends, return the Phoenix egg to her, that she may bring light to the skies in you. Believe the messenger to be you, my dear. Please take the egg. We have all the history behind us, but there's really no time like the present. Thank you. Wonderful, and I pray you have a safe journey. Well, all's well that ends well then. Thought I'd seen a lot while traveling with the professor, but this adventure has taught me there's so much more out there to see. And that means we got all the eggs. Welcome back, sirs and madams. Seems that on a wing and prey managed to save the city. Not only that, but we're also able to acquire the egg. Monsignor is, as we had suspected, inextricably linked to the Azran. Inextricably? The discovery of the Azran library could have been a major archaeological find. It's a shame not to expose it to the public. There's a time and a place for everything, Master. Incidentally, when you have decided on departure times, simply let me know. Professor, I think I remember something about this place. Do tell, even the smallest detail may be significant to us, Aurora. Ah, okay. Easy translation. Okay, I do my best. I see a giant mural. Shows a great firebird riding the wind currents. Current of the everlasting flame, the sky is a playground and death merely slumber. Sorry. The legend was passed down through the ages by the people of Messenia and will surely be carried on for generations more. It could be said that through storytelling our flames burn on everlasting. The legend and the Phoenix are one and the same. A fascinating city. I hope to visit it again someday, but for now we should return and consider our next course of action. Well, we got the egg, so... Yeah, don't eat a mushroom. You don't want to sleep longer. Especially standing. That can really do a number on your legs. Like, sleeping for a week, may sound good. But honestly, after a couple of days, your muscles reduce and you will feel that. Okay, the tiger's still playing, Professor Layton and Last Spectre, so we could rate them. What is the only other person that is on right now is Black Sheep Meat, so let's see what they are doing. They're also working on the Vampirium cross-stitch, the same that Madame Juniper's doing. I'm trying to figure out where they're at. I think that's that. Yeah, that's the middle part. So we could either rate cross-stitch or more Professor Layton. I think let's let's go into Professor Layton. Why not? Let's rate the tiger. So they also do play other games, but yeah, they're also trying to do the same thing that we're almost accomplished, which is finishing Professor Layton before the new games come out, like in order. So they're currently playing The Last Spectre, which we've already finished. The game before this, so you know. But yeah, let's rate them. And I will be back tomorrow with more of this game. We shall see where the X lead us. And, you know, what Targent is up to. And yeah, I don't think I will finish the game tomorrow, considering how long the end's likely gonna be, so I think I will have to split it up and do part of it next Sunday, though I don't know if it will be a long part or not. We shall see. I know it has a decent bit of story left still, but yeah. Either way, after this I need to see which game to play after. I want to play like one other game after before going into the next Zelda, which would be Majora's Mask, so I shall see what's worth it for, you know? But yeah, until then, hope you all will have a lovely evening, and I guess hope to see you all tomorrow for more Professor Layton. And remember, first day we're gonna work on the little Citizen Sleeper inspired drone that I've already fully printed and just need to prime, but the weather wasn't that good today, so I couldn't. So yeah, let's hope for better weather. Have a good one, enjoy the raid, bye bye. Have a good one, Baterman.